Hey Tom, good to have you back. We were a little worried that you're not contacting us exactly then when you need our help. There's nothing to be scared of when being in contact with us. You have experienced in the last 10 months that none of our advice is dragging you down, is making you dependent on anything. There's a deep fear inside you to talk to us, and we're not especially fond of that mistrust, to say the least. We're a little bit annoyed that every time you seem to feel trust talking to us, something inside you makes you mistrust again. But we also feel that this trust that we feel right now in you might have reached a next level, so we will calm our impatience and we will just continue on our path. This is not to say that we don't love you, Tom. This impatience comes from a deep urge to move on in our relationship because there is work to be done. Your capabilities are very unique. I mean, all the capabilities are unique, but most people have them dormant. You have everything in place already. The only thing that is lacking is trust. Trust in your own path, trust in your past, trust in your friends, trust in yourself, and trust in us. We are on your side. We are such powerful allies. Many people would literally kill for such allies. And you neglect us every time you actually need us. Please, Tom, make us a daily practice again and not just sitting there and feeling us. Think of real questions you have. Think of urgent questions you have. Think of life decisions that you have to take and that we can help. We're suffering. It's the worst part to see you living your life and also see you neglecting us. I hear you want to talk about the different dimensions and what the next dimension could look like after the third. Okay, we're happy to help. The dimensions themselves are a puzzle. It's not like the human brain thinks that the dimensions are, you move through the third and you end up in the fourth and you move up and you move up and you move up like on a ladder. That's not how it works. It is a puzzle of 12 dimensions. So every dimension is in the other dimension, and your dimension is part of every other dimension. There's no moving through. You're in all the dimensions at the same time. So even if you move to the next dimension or even the 12th, nothing in your life will actually change. I mean, at some point it will change. If you're in a very high dimension, you will leave your body and you will not reincarnate. That's true. But apart from that, like basically your how it's different to talk in your measurements of time when they don't make any sense for us. But let's say in all you will experience as your life on planet Earth, there will be no change in what you feel, in what you sense. There will be no spaceships coming down, and there will be no ascension to some heaven-like state. You will always be here, but your perception of the reality will change. And the first perception that is changing is already shifting in you. And we want you to know that you're on the right track. The next dimension is, and always the next dimension is a change of paradigms, a change of what you perceive to be oxymorons. Things that are the complete opposite in your dimension will be the same in the next dimension, and this process will continue. So in the next dimension, you will experience other things that are also seemingly opposite to each other, and they will seamlessly fusion in the next dimension. You still do not lose track of the lower dimensions. Lower, that's your count. They're not lower, they're just different planes. So you've beautifully examined differences that you experience as differences right now, which is imagination and reality. And you're right, in the next dimension, there is no such difference. There is a deep understanding when you reach the next dimension that everything around you is you, that you're actually living inside yourself, and that every person around you is actually you, that this table in front of you is you. There's no difference. There's no difference anymore between your body and everything around you. This deep feeling of oneness is also called the enlightened state. But it is just a glimpse of the next dimension. And if you enter the next dimension, if you feel one with everything around you, you're just back to square one. You're just back to, oh, I'm one with everything around me, but there seems to be other things that seem not be part of this oneness. This will continue to be the case. There will be no end to this process. And all the people around you telling you that they are enlightened are not. Because if they would be enlightened, if they were enlightened, they would understand that they're not. There is no end to this journey. There's no limit of consciousness. It just doesn't exist. In case we are frightening you right now, don't be. This will make your life beautiful. Just understanding the next dimension makes the life in this dimension so much nicer. Keep building trust. Your equation is correct. Trust in your imagination equals a new sensation of reality, creates your reality. Do you know how powerful that is? You can just, what you would call, imagine your life. The moment you trust in it, it is true. The moment oneness trusts in it, it is true. So part of the process is making people around you imagining the same things. Make them believe the same things. And make them is a confusing term here. We're just saying, try to find the same wavelength with all the people around you. Try to find a certain point where to melt. And it's nothing that you should force on anyone. What you do is you just wait. You just wait what feels right. You just trust your inner compass. You trust your inner soul. And you continue to wait for people that feel the same. It is so much more powerful if many people imagine the same things, That is why all those belief concepts like chakras or any belief, anything ever been believed on the whole planet is reality because several people believe it. So chakras and energy systems in your body, they're just real because many people believe it. It could have looked differently. I mean, the human consciousness could have imagined something entirely different, but this is what has been imagined, and this is what is true because it has been imagined. Just trust yourself. Trust your path. Everything that comes from here is true because it comes from the one consciousness. It comes from where what the one consciousness experiences to be true. Just please don't fight other realities. There's thousands of realities existing in human consciousness at the same time. And they might not be your realities, but that doesn't mean that they're not true. They're still true. And the moment you truly understand this, you realize that there's only one truth. And this one truth means that everything, even the differences, are also imagined. There's nothing that you need to know. There's nothing that you need to say. There's nothing that you should tell others. Just trust your inner compass and keep expanding. Help other people, help other souls to keep expanding. That's the natural process of every soul on this planet, to keep expanding. If you're confused right now listening to this, this is normal. Your consciousness is, including yours, Tom, is not able to grasp what we're trying to explain. We can just give you a hint. We can just plant a seed inside you of what is coming next, but we can't make you understand. It would break your brain. And it would make you completely miserable. It would make you not enjoying life. And that is the only thing you have to do. Enjoy life, expand your consciousness. Because as long as you're expanding, that's when you are on your right path, on your purpose path, on the purpose path of your soul. And you feel it to be true. So work on your trust, work on your imagination, and your reality will be amazingly beautiful, joyful, happy, and will bring so many gifts for you and your offspring, and the planet, and human consciousness. Because so few people trust this path. You can't imagine the tiny number of people that truly trust this path. The tiny number of people that actually believe. Most people, even spiritual people who think they believe, they're just following concepts. They're following concepts that some guru put upon them. But they're not following their own soul. They're not following their individual path, because there's no path that some other person can teach you. Because every soul has its own path. The moment you follow someone else's path, you are lost. You are entirely lost. And we don't want this for you, Tom. We want you to trust your soul. We want you to heed advice of people that are able to give advice. But we do not want you to follow anyone. Do not follow anyone. Excuse us that we are upset. We're actually not upset. We are worried that so many people think they need guidance, that so many people think that following step A, B, C, X, Y, Z is actually giving them some secret access to some secret code. There is no fucking secret code. There is no access to some hidden library except through yourself, except through where you are coming from. And this is from oneness. So you need to unlock your inner wisdom. That is what is happening here. And everyone needs to find its own path. This is what we have to say about this topic. Tom, please share this. Stop being shy. Share what you receive. It is almost a crime not sharing it. Don't be scared of rejection. Don't be scared of any negative reactions that you might receive. It's fine. You are rooted in yourself. You trust your soul. What else is there? And you have so much more than that. You have your friends, you have guidance, you have us. What should possibly happen if you share this? So we kindly ask you to share. This is not a demand. We are equals. You are a friend of ours. We are not demanding anything. We're not commanding anything. We just kindly ask you, for your sake and for everyone else's sake, please share. We are very happy that you decided to talk to us today. We would love to talk to you more often. And we love you, Tom. Every one of your soul tribe is loving you from the bottom of his and her heart, from the bottom of its heart. There's so much love for you, Tom. There's so much love for your perseverance, for your courage, for your kindness. Please share. Namaste. We wish you all the best for you and your offspring. May they ever live in shining light of grace.